What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and this video is mostly inspired by a string of comments I've been getting lately, just crashing Superman as a character, how his character's built, his wins, losses, all these things, how boring he is because he wins a lot, practically unbeatable, yada yada yada. Cool shit, right? I need to point out the hypocrisy in such hate. But before we get into this, smash the like button. 300 plus likes would be absolutely amazing. I'm back to the grind. We're on the road to 30K. It would be amazing if you join Goon Nation. Also, check out my Discord. We do games, prizes, giveaways, D&Ds, and more. And we also have a really cool book club where I provide comic books for all of us to read. And we go through them as a group and kind of enjoy the stories. But back to this, right? Before I rip into the haters, right? The people that are wrongfully hating, let me perform an admission of guilt, right? Like, let me tell you guys my mistakes, my past hypocrisy. I am no better than you guys, or at least I was no better than you guys for a while. I hated Superman for similar reasons. I was like, he's kind of a pussy. He's a Boy Scout. He doesn't do hood rat shit. He just always wins because he's Superman. Like, fuck it. That's just it, right? And I hated him for a while for this. But, eventually I got over that. I read Superman more in depth, read some of his stories, read more of his stories, and the more and more you read, you understand the beauty in his character. With that being said, let me address the hypocrisy, right? Let's kind of look in the mirrors right now, okay? Hold your fucking mirror up and let's look at it. So, the reasoning behind hating Superman because he wins so much, it's stupid. Just tell me this, right? Channels, Jobbers, and Goons. Okay, are you just a fan of the bumps? Like, is your favorite heroes, do you love them because they always lose? And to piggyback off of that thought process, right? Tell me this. Which character do you love loses a lot? Like who? Which hero? You don't have to be broken as Superman to win a lot. Most, if not a majority, of heroes in comic books win a fuck ton. Ben Grimm. I don't think anyone's going to argue he's above Superman, except me, Ben Grimm for life, pussy. But he still fucking wins majority of the time. Midnighter. I don't think anyone would argue he's stronger than Superman. Guess what? Midnighter wins almost all the time. Fat Cobra. People don't love... Well, there's like 10 Fat Cobra fans, but I'm one of them, okay? Fuck off if you don't like Fat Cobra, respectfully. He's someone that wins almost all the time. Spider-Man wins a lot. Silver Surfer sucks. But guess what? He actually does have a decent win ratio. That's really hard for me to say that. Like, fuck, oh my god, I just don't trust Silver Surfer in the clutch. Wolverine, high win ratio. Black Panther, high win ratio. Fuck it, Static Shock, high win ratio. Storm, high win ratio. There's all these characters that don't scale to Superman if we're talking about the classic power scaling stupid shit, right? I don't scale anymore. Glad I left that behind. But let's talk about, characters that in the general sense, like the general audience does not look at them as strong as Superman. Like if you go ask your mom, like for example, my mom is not really into comics. Don't think she's ever read a fucking comic book. You go ask her who would win, Captain America or Superman, she's gonna say like, Superman, probably just fly him into the sun or some shit, Like he's way stronger. That's the point. Like Captain America still has a crazy win ratio. Using the excuse of, they're so powerful, Superman's so powerful, he rarely loses, is dumb. The rarely loses, you gotta throw that bitch out. All these characters win a lot. Some do job, yes, but even Superman jobs. Almost everyone jobs, because the point of jobbing is to narratively put somebody over. For us to look at the story and say, okay, X lost to Y, and we have a lot of respect for what X is capable of, therefore, Y is extremely capable. That's how it works. That's the narrative point of jobbers, okay? So when we address Superman in this way, when we say he sucks because he wins a lot, genuinely, I don't think that's a valid argument. Because I want everyone to post their favorite character or characters, if you can't list one, in the comment section down below. Post them and let's genuinely review. Let's look in the mirror and see how many stories of them we have read where they just lose. Like, most stories ever written, literally in literature, that's kind of a bar, by the way. Most characters just win. The ones that really don't lose are in fucking tragedies. And guess what? They don't live long. Like, they'll just die. That's like a one-off character. That's fucking Greek mythology type shit, right? Like, they're just dead after the story. That's it. But for those with continuous stories, for those that continue to go, look at, dude, low-key, I loved Harry Potter growing up. I thought Harry was a bum. I was like, Harry Potter kind of sucks. Like, you're the chosen one, but you're not that nice to me. I wasn't a big believer. Guess what? Still fucking won a lot. Because he's the hero. That's what the story demands. 99% of the time, that's what the story demands. Winning is ingrained, majority of the time, in the heroes. And just because you think one is more broken than the other, doesn't take away from the fact that both win a majority of the time. So using this whole, oh, he's practically unbeatable, he wins too much, why would I read the story? Why the hell are you reading any story then? 99% of stories, the hero's gonna win. And it just keeps going from there, you know? Like, using that to give up on a character or to dismiss a character like Superman is so crazy to me. I just don't see it being valid at all. I guess you could argue that, oh, he's so broken, why would I read the story? But then again, it's like, okay, then that just means you don't like any character like Superman, because Superman's bag of tricks is not that crazy. Flight, laser vision, cooling breath, like, okay, he has like 2 abilities you pick up almost instantly in D&D, right? Like, just he has a normal bag of tricks. He's just incredibly powerful. You have to throw out like every character at that point. And it's so crazy to me too, because a lot of people that'll hate Superman, they'll turn around and say with a straight face, like, oh, I love Thor. Like, oh, I love Hulk. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You didn't think Hulk is powerful? You don't think Thor is powerful? You don't think in the grand scheme both are practically unbeatable? You don't think both have high tier feats in their own verses? You don't think they have a lot of wins? That's ridiculous. Like, it's just hard to be consistent on that stance with Superman and it hold weight compared to everything else you love and support. And to tell the truth, that's one of the big reasons I dropped my hate for Superman. Because I was like, okay, I really can't be fair about this when I'm analyzing all these different characters, because I'll hate Superman for this, but I'll love another character for the same reason I hate Superman. What's that make me? A fucking hypocrite. So I looked in the mirror. I recognized where I was wrong and where I was at fault when it comes to considering Superman. And so I guess my question for everybody else is that either is in that boat of hating Superman for those reasons I mentioned. Are you looking in the mirror? Did you during this video? Did I change your mind? Or are you still saying fuck Superman, which is kind of based, and I ain't mad at you. But anyways, on a serious note, guys, get going in the comment section down below. I want to see you guys discuss this topic. Do you agree with me? Do you think I made a good case for why it's hypocritical to hate Superman for these things? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to respond to as many as I can. I'll try to keep it pleasant. I mean, if y'all turn into jackasses, I'll be a jackass too. But again, it's not really a scaling thing. We're talking in a narrative sense of being a winner and being powerful. Does that make a character suck? And if it does, list your favorite characters and we will analyze if you are being consistent or not. But like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. This was a bit of a rant, I guess, but it's also just me explaining shit. By the way, let me know in the comments, should I separate Goon Explains from Goon Rants? Should I give Goon Rants its own section where I really get fired up about stuff, and Goon Explains will be like me explaining terminology, me explaining different parts of verses I cover, stuff like that. Let me know in the comment section down below, should Goon Rant stand alone and separate from Goon Explains? Because if you believe so, from now on, I'll make that a playlist, and when I rant, I will make that its own thing instead of just lumping it in with Goon Explains. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not subscribed already, make sure to do so. Check out my Discord. It is free. There's always a link to Discord in my video description, okay? Every time you see a video, you can go down to the video description, click on the link to join. I will try to update the main Discord link that's on like my YouTube homepage. That's been out for a while because that's when I had like crazy people raiding my server. I'll try to fix that as soon as possible. Maybe I'll even fix it before this video drops. But regardless, if you want to join the Discord, because I constantly get comments about these, join through the video description. And if you are not able to join, you are probably banned at some point. Sorry, not sorry. But again, love y'all so much. Shout out to Goon Nation, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.